Comes in and says, wait, I'm gonna hop off for a moment. I need to go change my top. I'll be back. A few minutes pass by. She returns to the call and she's in a plain black shirt. She's taking her earrings off, makeup's gone. So I ask, like, why'd you change clothes? She says, oh, I'm getting my home appraised today. So I'm actually gonna pretend to be the cleaning lady, and my neighbor across the street is gonna come over and pretend to be me. She's white. I'm nodding my head because I know what's going on. The colleague on the call says, wait, what do you mean? I don't understand. So my client proceeds to explain about the stories about Black folks' homes being appraised for less when there's evidence that the homeowners are Black. The colleague on the call is like almost outraged, like, what? Is that a real thing? I can't believe this is happening. Meanwhile, I am feeling grateful to the neighbor for being able to identify her privilege, for being able to empathize with my client, and for being willing to extend the privilege of her race in that situation. The 3 steps that I just covered with you are what most of us want when we think about support. I want someone to identify their privilege. I want somebody to actually hear my circumstances and experience and empathize with me. And then I want you to extend your privilege respectfully and impactfully in the ways that you're able to in that relationship. Now, I have a little secret, a confession, if you will. There is a word I've been avoiding in this conversation. So I mentioned at the top of this, dialogue that I work with lots of well-recognized brands. And what I didn't tell you is that the work I do is DEI, or diversity, equity, and inclusion. And the word that I've been avoiding is allyship. The 3 steps that we just talked through is what allyship looks like in action. Now, I'll be honest, I avoided it because I just wanted you to hear my talk. I know right now the media is all the rage. DEI is dying, right? And allyship is on its way with it. But I want us to just for a moment consider that maybe allyship isn't grand historical gestures or another big program or huge financial commitments. I mean, we need those too. But it doesn't have to just be that. It doesn't have to just be those really big, visible things. It can be the small things, the things that we see and encounter every day. Allyship is understanding that the system is such that the way your neighbor is experiencing a home appraisal and the way you might be could be different, and being willing to step in and interrupt that impact. It could also be recognizing that access to job opportunities isn't necessarily fair just because you got in.